Welcome back, everybody. Today we're doing a deep dive into a pretty unique set of sources.
Oh,
Yeah, it's the online journal of a software developer.
okay.
He calls himself Kian Meng,
All right.
and his blog is kianmeng.org,
Mm-hmm.
and he describes it as the musings of an old software plumber.
Interesting choice of words.
Yeah. What do you think that says about him?
Well, I mean, it seems like maybe a bit of humility,
Oh,
like
wait.
a focus on the practical aspects of software development.
Absolutely, yeah. And we're going to be focusing on his weekly review
Okay.
for the week of November 24th,
Yeah.
2024.
All right.
And you'll be amazed at how detailed this guy gets.
Really?
I mean, he lays out his entire routine, everything from his
Wow.
daily routines to like his reflections on his work and creative pursuits.
That's really interesting.
It is.
That level of self-documentation,
Yeah.
it gives you a window into not just what he's doing, but how he's thinking about his life.
Yeah.
It's like a case study in intentional living.
I like that. Yeah. Intentional living.
Mm-hmm.
So let's start with his health and lifestyle.
Okay.
He sets some pretty specific targets for himself.
Like what?
Well, he wants to get 7 hours of sleep,
Right.
5,000 steps a day.
Okay.
He does intermittent fasting,
Interesting.
and he even has specific ratios
Oh, wow.
that he likes for like plants and protein and carbs in his diet.
So it's very structured.
Yeah, very structured.
You're seeing the quantified self approach in action here,
Right.
using data to make informed decisions about his well-being.
Yeah.
What I find intriguing is that he doesn't just set these targets and forget about them.
Yeah.
He's constantly monitoring his progress, making adjustments. He even noted how a simple change, like adjusting his room temperature, led to better sleep.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes you wonder, though, if all that tracking becomes a bit overwhelming at some point,
That's a good point.
But it seems to be working for him. I mean,
Yeah.
who wouldn't want to optimize their sleep?
Absolutely.
Right.
So what stands out to you about his approach to fitness?
Well, I'm curious about his decision to include gardening as a workout.
Oh, interesting.
It's not exactly what comes to mind when you think of like traditional exercise.
Yeah, not your typical gym rat.
Yeah, exactly.
But I think it speaks to his desire to integrate physical activity seamlessly into his daily life. It's not just about hitting the gym. It's about finding ways to move his body
Right.
that bring him joy and connect him to nature.
Okay.
I think we often compartmentalize exercise,
Uh-huh.
but for him, it seems to be a natural extension of his daily routine.
Yeah, that's a good point. And that seems to be a pattern, right? Like he blends mindfulness practices into his day in a similar way.
He does. He incorporates both sitting and walking meditation, but it's his approach to walking meditation that really caught my eye.
Oh, really?
He talks about how collecting fallen leaves becomes a form of meditation for him.
Wow. So he's found a way to transform a mundane chore
Mhm.
into an opportunity for mindfulness.
Instead of seeing it as a task, to check off his list,
Right.
he's finding a moment of peace and presence.
Yeah, and it's a reminder that mindfulness doesn't have to be
Mm-hmm.
this separate formal practice.
Okay.
You can weave it into your everyday life.
Right.
Transform even the most ordinary activities into opportunities for awareness and connection.
And he applies that same cleverness to decluttering, too.
Oh, really? How so?
He mentions a system where every time he passes through the kitchen, he removes one item from his house.
That's such a clever strategy.
I know.
It's about building tiny habits
Yeah.
that become automatic over time.
Right.
By attaching this decluttering action to an existing habit,
Mm-hmm.
it becomes less daunting and more sustainable.
It's like a game almost.
Yeah,
Finding little ways to make those positive changes without it feeling like a major effort.
exactly.
But let's move on to his professional life.
Okay.
You mentioned that he's a software developer, right?
Yes, and quite a dedicated one at that.
He's deeply involved in open source development,
Okay.
aiming for daily contributions to projects,
Wow.
using Python, Elixir, Erlang, and Rust.
He's busy.
He cleverly refers to them as the peer languages.
I like that.
Yeah.
So he's a peer programmer.
A peer programmer, that's right.
That's great. And he also spends a lot of time reflecting on his personal coding projects,
Mm-hmm.
thinking about how to refactor them or come up with entirely new ones.
This guy's mind never stops.
He's always going.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
That kind of continuous learning and improvement is essential in software development,
Absolutely.
It's such a fast-paced world. It's not
Mhm.
just about keeping up with the latest trends. It's about
Yeah.
a deeper commitment to refining his craft and pushing himself to grow.
Right. And I wonder if contributing to open source allows him to kind of put that learning into practice.
That's a good point.
to actually contribute to a community and see the impact of his efforts.
Yeah,
It
definitely.
seems like he thrives on that challenge.
Yeah.
And yet, it's not all about code with him.
Oh, really?
He's got this whole array of creative pursuits going on as well.
Like what kind of things? Yeah, like fish keeping, gardening, photography. He's got a lot going on.
It's like he sees these creative pursuits as complementary to his technical work.
Good.
You see this connection in his meticulous approach to fish keeping.
Okay.
He mentions this yellow-blue rack.
Yellow-blue rack. What is that?
I don't know. I'm not sure if it's a specific type of breeding system
Okay.
or what. And then he talks about searching for the perfect fish and plant species for his outdoor ponds.
Because he's got ponds too.
Yeah, it seems like it.
Wow, this guy's got it all going on.
He does. It's really quite impressive.
I'm struck by how his analytical mind seems to extend to his hobbies.
Yeah.
It's not just about having a beautiful aquarium or like a thriving garden,
Right.
It's about understanding the intricate systems at play
Yeah.
and optimizing for like a balanced ecosystem.
Yeah.
It reminds me of that concept of flow state. Have you ever heard of that?
Yeah.
That feeling of complete absorption in an activity.
Right.
It's often associated with creative pursuits. But I wonder if he finds that same flow in his problem solving as a developer.
Oh, that's a good point.
Both require focus, attention to detail, and a willingness to experiment.
And it's not just about the technical aspects either. He's also experimenting with growing plants from seeds
Okay.
and even researching advanced techniques like hydroponics or permaculture.
Those techniques emphasize sustainability and efficiency, which aligns with his overall approach to life, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely.
It's about understanding the interconnectedness of things, whether it's a software system or a natural ecosystem.
Yeah, it's like he's always seeking that deeper level of understanding, that sense of mastery over his environment.
Right.
And then there's his photography,
Okay.
which adds a whole other dimension to his creative pursuits.
What intrigues me about his photography goals is his interest in macro photography. He's looking into getting a microscope,
Wow.
which suggests a fascination with the unseen world,
Right.
the intricate details that are often overlooked.
Yeah, this makes me think about his blog again.
Okay.
He describes it as a letter to himself,
Mm-hmm.
a way of processing his thoughts and experiences.
Right.
And I wonder if photography offers like a different mode of expression,
Okay.
a way of capturing and sharing those tiny moments of beauty that might otherwise go unnoticed.
Perhaps it's about finding beauty in the unexpected.
Okay.
The intricate patterns and textures that are revealed only upon closer inspection.
Right.
It's a reminder that there's always more to see if we take the time to look closely enough.
It's almost like a metaphor for his whole approach to life, wouldn't you say?
It seems that way, yeah.
This constant exploration, this desire to delve deeper, to understand how things work at a fundamental level.
Yeah, it certainly seems that way, but let's not forget,
Yeah.
even with all this intentionality, he's still human. He's not immune to the challenges and frustrations that come with pursuing a multifaceted life.
Right. He mentions feeling sluggish and swamped at times,
Yeah.
especially with the added burden of work errands and the limitations imposed by the rainy season.
Even someone as organized and driven as Kianbeng can feel overwhelmed at times.
Right.
It's a reminder that self-improvement isn't about achieving some perfect state of being.
Right.
It's about navigating the ups and downs of life with intention and resilience.
He does seem to find ways to adapt, though, even when things don't go according to plan.
Exactly. Take his decluttering efforts, for example.
Oh.
He's still working on clearing out certain areas of his home, particularly the yellow-blue rack we discussed earlier.
Right.
It seems like letting go of some things is proving to be more challenging than he anticipated.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what kind of emotional attachments he might have to that particular item.
I know.
Maybe it represents a past hobby he's not quite ready to part with.
Oh.
Or maybe it's simply the sheer volume of stuff that's overwhelming him.
Yeah. Either way, it's a reminder that decluttering is more than just a physical process. It's also an emotional one.
Right.
It's about letting go of the past, making space for new possibilities.
Yeah.
And sometimes that can be a difficult journey.
And it's not just decluttering that's presenting challenges.
What else?
He's also facing some setbacks with his fish keeping.
Oh, really?
Still searching for the right fish and plant species for his outdoor ponds.
Creating a thriving ecosystem isn't easy.
Right.
It requires careful consideration of water parameters, species compatibility, and even the impact of external factors like the weather.
Yeah, it's a process of trial and error.
It is.
And sometimes even the most meticulous planning can't account for all the variables.
Right.
And speaking of trial and error,
Yeah.
his gardening experiments also seem to be a mixed bag.
Oh, how so?
Well, he's had some success growing plants from seeds after switching vendors,
Okay.
but he's also encountered his fair share of challenges.
But he's not one to give up easily.
No, he doesn't seem like it.
He seems to relish the problem-solving aspect,
Right.
using his setbacks as opportunities to refine his techniques and deepen his understanding.
And in fact, he's even planning to blog about his newfound seed starting method.
Oh, wow.
So he's going to share his knowledge with others.
There's that generosity again.
I know, it's like he sees his journey as a way to help others navigate their own.
That's great.
And it's not just limited to gardening.
Mhm.
He's also committed to sharing his coding knowledge through his open source contributions.
It's interesting that he prioritizes those contributions over personal learning goals.
Okay.
Like reading books on Elixir and Erlang programming.
Yeah.
It suggests a deep sense of community
Uh-huh.
and a desire to make a tangible impact in the world.
Yeah, and his approach to those contributions is fascinating.
How so?
He's hopping between GitHub repositories,
Okay.
submitting what he calls trivial typos, PRs.
Trivial typos, PRs.
Yeah, so he's fixing those tiny errors that can often slip through the cracks.
Those seemingly small contributions can make a big difference in the long run.
Right.
They ensure the quality and maintainability of the code base.
Right.
And they demonstrate a commitment to excellence even in the smallest details.
It also keeps him engaged with different code bases and exposes him to a variety of coding styles and approaches.
Yeah, it's like a constant learning opportunity woven into his daily routine.
Right. And it seems like he's finding that same sense of engagement in his personal coding projects.
Yeah.
He's constantly brainstorming new ideas, refactoring his existing work, finding new ways to improve and innovate.
It's almost like those challenges we talked about earlier.
Mm-hmm.
The feelings of being swamped or sluggish
Right.
are fueling his creative fire.
Yeah.
It's like he's channeling that energy into something productive and fulfilling.
I think there's a lot of truth to that.
Yeah.
Sometimes those moments of friction can spark the most innovative solutions and propel us forward in unexpected ways.
Absolutely.
And speaking of unexpected, he brings up a really interesting observation about his writing.
Oh, what's that?
He's realizing that the way he writes on his blog, which he compares to a letter to himself,
Right.
is quite different from how he would speak in a podcast,
Interesting.
which he imagines as a casual conversation.
That's a really insightful observation.
Yeah.
It speaks to the power of different mediums to shape our thinking and expression.
Right.
His blog writing is likely more introspective and reflective,
Uh-huh.
while a podcast format could allow for a more spontaneous and dynamic exploration of ideas.
He even muses about the possibility of using AI to create podcasts from his blog posts.
Now that opens up a whole other can of worms.
I know it does.
It makes you wonder how AI will impact creative expression in the future.
Right.
Will it become a tool for collaboration or competition?
Yeah.
Will it fundamentally change the way we think about authorship and originality?
Those are some big questions.
They are.
But before we get too carried away with the future of AI,
Okay.
let's bring it back to Qianmeng and his reflections on technology. What do you make of his decision to put his photography ambitions on hold while he searches for the perfect microscope?
It seems like he has a very specific vision for what he wants to capture.
Yeah.
He's not just settling for any microscope.
Right.
He's searching for the perfect one for his macro photography.
That suggests a desire for precision, you know?
Yeah.
You see things with the utmost clarity.
Maybe it's about capturing the essence of his subjects,
Okay.
revealing those hidden details that often go unnoticed.
It makes me think about how he describes his blog as musings of an old software plumber.
Right.
There's a focus on the intricate inner workings, you know, the nuts and bolts that make things function.
Right.
Perhaps he's seeking that same level of detail in his photography.
It's like he's drawn to the underlying structures, the patterns and systems that govern the natural world.
Yeah, and perhaps he sees a parallel between this and his work as a software developer.
Oh, interesting.
After all, coding is about manipulating those tiny details. You know, those ones and zeros.
Right.
To create something larger and more functional.
It's almost like he's applying that same problem-solving mindset to his creative pursuits.
Right, whether it's optimizing his health routines, experimenting with gardening techniques, or exploring the world through a macro lens. He's constantly seeking to understand how things work at a fundamental level.
And it's not just about understanding, it's about finding beauty in the unexpected.
Right, those close-up shots of everyday objects
Yeah.
can reveal a whole new world of textures, colors, and shapes.
It's like seeing the familiar with fresh eyes.
Exactly. And it ties back to his reflections on the differences between writing and speaking.
Oh, right.
He seems to be seeking new ways to express himself,
Yeah.
new avenues for exploring his thoughts and observations.
Perhaps macrophotography offers another lens through which he can share his unique perspective.
It's like he's constantly expanding his repertoire of tools for self-expression,
Yeah.
whether it's through code words or images.
And this willingness to experiment, to push beyond his comfort zone, that's what makes him such a compelling figure.
It's inspiring, isn't it?
It is.
This commitment to lifelong learning, to exploring new ideas, to constantly refining his understanding of himself and the world around him.
It's a reminder that personal growth is an ongoing journey, not a destination.
Right.
It's about embracing curiosity, challenging ourselves, and finding joy in the pursuit of knowledge and self-improvement.
So as we wrap up our deep dive into the life of Kianming,
Yeah.
what's the one key takeaway you hope our listener will walk away with?
Well, I hope they'll be inspired by his intentionality, his commitment to living a life that aligns with his values and aspirations. And perhaps they'll be encouraged to take a closer look at their own lives, to identify those areas where they can be more intentional, more curious, and more engaged with the world around them.
And maybe, just maybe, they'll be inspired to start their own weekly review,
Yeah.
to document their journey, and to discover those hidden complexities and unexpected beauty that often go unnoticed in the busyness of everyday life.
That's a great point.
Well, thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
It was fun.
Yeah, it was great to have you.
Thanks for having me.